Yes, the stuff that rises from out my mind. Was there any yeast to this bread? No, this is just the type that we fancy a lot. So let's go get another piece off. Let's put on the topping stuff. Then we could just pass it along. Maybe it was a sushi bar and they come down the conveyor belts. Then you can pick what you want with the little plastic on to keep it fresh. Or they just put it in a place where it's cold and it's so fucking fresh they don't need any plastic at all. Maybe it's not like a dead body at the morgue where it's got the zipper as well. Put a little tag on the toe. I feel like I'm triumphant with style at this little temple that we're in because it was so fucking large. It was enlarged on the part of your dome where you saw forevermore, because this goes directly to the memory embankments where we can unfold some more of the soul that was more like the sand because the water was close. And some of these boats that will just crash into the rocks and they'll be gone. They'll be splintered, dog. You couldn't put them back together, not even if your carpenter was strong, like 33 years old. Before he goes and he meets that cross, before I get crossed with some of this talk I'm trying to tell y'all about. Why should I tell you at all? My tilapia fish was getting cold. Yes, but it was supposed to be cold because it was sushi, son. And now we're gonna get some of that surimi instead. That could be a bunch of minced fish in a box that you get because it's from Alaska, one of those processing plants. Process some more of what I said. This could have been encoded, so you couldn't get it at first. You need someone's help. It took me 8 years to learn Latin. Why not get it told by someone else? Why, so they can know as well? Then I could get that pick of destiny, dog. And then I'm just gonna stab you in the neck with it. Maybe then you'd be good. Maybe then you'd be good because he was bad. Yes. Crazy crap that I have, this crazy magic I cast. I didn't know I could get magic like that. Yes, check some more of these codes. Check my screens and the screen shows. I had to clip together, make a cartoon on all your CBS, on all your CBS. Yes, CBN was the church one, wasn't it? Yes, the broadcasting network I'm gonna send. This is some Christian shit, whatever I said. Along with some of that other religions, I'm not knowing which. I'm not knowing which. Some more of these tones that just blast from the walls. It was a blast from the past with Brendan Fraser's song. This was a big ass bomb I'm about to drop. Hope you in your bomb shelter, dog. Because if you weren't, it wouldn't have helped. It wouldn't have helped. You should be at least be in beer shot of a bunch of bees in the nest that they bring because this honey was sweet. So why don't you just take up a piece with your paw like you was a bear and you was about to growl. Your big ass coat that you wore around was pretty warm, but it's not gonna help. It's not gonna help. When this fucking bombs is gonna be brought by a bunch of ships of B-51s. The B-52s got blown up on the distances was a lot because the gas ran out. It started to hit the cliffs, it started to hit the mountains that were shaped like so. Like I just took my hands on the beach that we were talking about. Yes, a bunch of little rocks is gonna attach themselves to some of my songs to start to weigh them down. But that's okay, cause we could get more dark. We could get more at the bottom of the sea where the octopuses be swimming around. But they more just stretching their arms and they wanna get something to the suction cups to bring it into the center of the beak. They release some of that ink, and this would be me on any parchment you see, and some of that seed meat will fucking collect the fucking funky shit that I said. Yes. Collect some of the funky shit that I share, that I sell. It rocks to change their positioning. Because it all just click into direction whatever I did. Because the huge ass grandfather clock is gonna have a pendulum that would swing. And then this would be it. This would be him about to grip. This Mega Man with a shot little plasma things from out of my arm. No, I'm needing a whip. I'm needing something I can throw like a dog. Maybe it was a dog I got. Maybe my items was full. So I need to check the box for a different one. I get the little chester kit. What type of item was this? Was it a cross that would swing back to me, then I get it again if I give it a guess? Like a football, I guess, or more like a boomerang cause it comes back to him. Yes, Australian type shit. Just following a kangaroo till close till he starts to honk. Yes. This trail was lined with a bunch of daffodils. More gold might flow when the hellhounds will start to bark. You can't shut them up, not even with a stick or something to throw. Not even a ball, they can fetch it, bring it back. Those are the best hellhounds, the ones that just drip the fire flame from hell. That's so fucking hot, you never know. Not with a glass of hot water, it would immediately become lukewarm. And not just the warmness of your hands, because you weren't warm like that, you've grown so cold. Way more cold than flesh when it sits out for a wall in somewhere dark and dismal, son. Maybe all these shadows will start to stretch and envelop y'all, then bring you to the shadowy place that they were. See, some of these birds will start to flip these wings that were long. I flip it crazy in my dome from now on. All these torches were lit to get some of those Frankensteins with the bolts on their necks. And then we're gonna throw on some nets to get them stuck so they can't move just an inch. If they could move their foot, then it could be for Renita and such. I send her a note in a ball with the cork on the top and keep it sealed because I feel like this was secretive or this was gonna get a lush all drunk. Just give him some more, that shit that he wants. Just give him a blow, just give him a little drip or some. On a spoon that's extended for him, I feel like I could extend this wish to get it for all of us. So do what all of us want, I need to know like I'm sending my order in. Like this is gonna be some delivery next. This is gonna be something involving a whole bunch of chips, a whole bunch of cars to see who will win. To see who, if we throw this all into the pot, we could get a leprechaun to come because maybe he could go in on it as well. Maybe he go all in and tell. And then I fucking laugh inside of my soul, but I don't show it on my poker face at all, because then he would know, and he wouldn't go to that fucking part that I walked, that fucking tip of the mouth, then I could show it to him like this all could be yours, like I was the Lion King before I go and take a fall. Yes, the fall guy for yo, I'm just a fallout in all my songs, these were fucking old as fuck as soon as I bring them out. Yes. This could have been something dynasty, dog. I feel like my clothes are from Texas because they're large. They were bigger than any of yours because that's how Texas was. The fucking Lone State, son. And we're gonna bring a bunch of these longhorns that's just gonna engulf y'all with some of my flows or my poems. Oh. This building's gonna get hit by some UFOs. They wasn't obviously watching what they were doing because they would have known. They wouldn't have got them like flying saucers getting to get chopped because they're gonna be a bunch of little spinny wheels that be hitting some, bring it down. They wasn't that sharp. They should have been sharp. Like they should have sharpened it earlier on. Maybe this helps the process, dog. Maybe this helps the process. Maybe, oh, just maybe this helps. I got my pinky ring. Yes, some more of this topaz I found from out this jar. I could go sell it to the librarian and probably get a lot. He should give me more for store credit. It's not even an option. We just go off a box. We do this shit real straight, it's real on the level, it's off the cusp. Yes, it's one of those little coffin things that you wore. One of those was this coffin drops to have you not coughing as much. Out of your coffin with the cross beyond, because it was a crucifix. It's only a cross with someone's hung. It's only magical if I can say it that much, but most of the time I don't. So it's a potion you took. It was an antidote because you were poisoned or so. Maybe it was that huge creature that sent the spiny nails. That's just gonna hit you, gonna get you under your skin, son. It's gonna drip, son, that you didn't want. It's gonna change your attitude for a while. but now it's back to where it should. It's back from the bowl because it just got lit. I just battled the dragon, guess who win? And now I take some of his skills. I take some of his skills inside of this ball and I bring it into someone to fashion something else. Maybe some armor I wore, maybe a helmet. That would be good. What would be the base metal on that? Would it all be skulls? You just rigged them together like that? Maybe my big rig would go and get it, but I hope that it don't. I feel like I could just say this and open up this book or something I already wrote. Boom. Get the grass all chopped because it's brown and it needs it right now. It doesn't need that water that come from them clouds where it's not really water at all. Yes, that's like getting water from out of a shell. Sure, you can hear the sea, but there isn't really sea in it. Why don't you dip a pinky in and see if it get wet? Because that would go Mythbusters on this shit. I feel like my best words were yet to have said. Been said by me from out of his lips. My lips will just grin instead. I just have grit to spoil your Christmas all year long. Before your presents were even thought of and bought and wrapped up in some. Maybe wrapped it up in some gauze if you were a mummy from the Gaza Strip, son. I feel like I get more judicial with all of my shit. Judicial? Judicial? 52 cards. 52 spots. I could rip this dog off the light switch. It gets infrared type shit because I just controlling ships when I spit. Yes, all my words, there's something different in this bitch. They're all a bunch of magic tricks alone, so when I blend them and put them right next, they always sounding the best. My tape will start to spin when it's done. I feel like the reel should get connected some more so we can watch this on the wall. This was an old type of video we saw, and now we're gonna say this again. The mountain was tall enough to have a couple mountain climbers go. At the same time, they won't even see each other at all, because that was the distance that they would need to cross. I feel like Sister Love. Every time that I rip this, I wanna just take your throat and squeeze it as hard as I could. Just for fun, we'll both have some. You won't have as much, because you won't be around after the think back on it. Yes. Your fucking dome will close down and put that closed sign on the front instead of open it was. I feel like I'm opening a paw your chest to just take your soul, to just take your heart because it pumped really good. I want a taste of that blood because once I get a taste, I can't stop. I'm just like a fucking shark that spun around with this fucking swim that I got. Yes, there's a bunch of little fins that I flip to get a bunch of propulsion. It's like a torpedo that's it. Damn. Fucking want all of it at once so all my words get stuck. It's like a huge ass traffic stop that we got. All of the lights going off. They was all red at once. Nobody could go. We were just scratching our heads and looking at each other like we was a bunch of dumbs. A bunch of dum-dums in this shit. A bunch of suckers in. Because they couldn't get the succulent shit that trying to give this luscious as shit. Just like a bunch of flowers that grew from the garden's abyss. Because they smell really good. They smell really good. Yes. And my flow will fucking turn over on itself. It'll turn over like the dog. This was a trick that it learned a while ago. Oh, TWA. Get him! Get him! Get him!